Here's a quick tip if you're doing the fittings for these F-150, the Ecoboost engines. These guys here, very common that they leak. They like to obviously leak on the turbos. We obviously replace those. Those are pretty easy to get to. I personally like to also change the lines out just to make sure that there's no weird pitting, especially the ones that are behind the cylinder heads. Now, I gotta say, they're pretty hard to get to, especially the one on the driver's side. So I know the book has you remove the intake manifold and the crossover tube. I've seen other guys actually lift the cab off, and it took me a little bit of time to figure out this shortcut, but let me show you how to do it so that you don't have to go through the heartache that I had to. Just for this illustration, I do have the turbo removed, but and this isn't going to be me actually doing it. It's going to be more of a walkthrough, and then hopefully this will give you guys a little bit of insight. Okay, so first thing that you're going to need is you're going to need a good pick, a long pick tool. I know O'Reilly's and O'Reilly's has these really long pick sets which are really phenomenal. I actually ended up using this one specifically because of the angle. So what I did was, and this is the four-wheel drive version, so that it probably will even be of a greater benefit to those working on it. What I ended up doing was I removed the two 10-millimeter bolts, flashlight on, the two 10 millimeters off of the shift cable. I popped it off the lever, and I just moved it off to the side. With that being said, if you look right there, you can see where the nipple was at. So what I needed to do was I needed to remove the C-clip that holds the line in place. So with the pick tool, and I mean, again, I have the beauty of a lift, I was able to reach in there like so. It's kind of hard to show on camera, but I was able to grab the thing and I was able to yank it out. With that, I was able to pop off the line and throw it wherever I needed to. So now it was a question of removing the actual fitting. The tools that we used for that was a really long extension with I used a 3/4. I found the 3/4 standard size to be a better fit, but a shallow wobble socket and a really long extension. So then what you do is you're gonna route it between these lines here. And as you do that, you get a straight shot right at the fitting. So I wanted to give you guys that tip. Doing it this way, I was able to pop the old one out and the new one in about 10 minutes. So the shallow also helps the fitting fit perfect, and you have the threads exposed just enough so that you can thread it into the engine block. But I wanted to provide you guys with that tip. The passenger side is not as easy to do this way, but with the turbo removed, you can get a ratchet with a 3/4 inch shallow, and I was able to get it perfectly. No issues whatsoever. So hopefully that helps you guys out. I just wanted to give you that tip.